Hello, my gorgeous people. I hope you guys are having a terrific time. I know I am, and I'm going to have a terrific time making this video for you guys. With that being said, this video is going to start off with, I guess, just the initial video that I made, but you know your girl has to have solutions as always. So at the end of this video, I'm going to be giving you guys 8 different ways of how you could be having a pretty face but ugly behaviors. Okay, and this is just off of personal experiences and trials and tribulations that I have personally dealt with, and that is not your cliche of, oh well, if you don't brush your teeth that makes you ugly. Like, no, we're not doing surface level things. We are going to be getting down to the needy and greedy. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and the list will be at the end. What's up, YouTube? What is up? Okay, I want to be like right here because like the wind is feeling good. Okay, your girl is feeling good. It's October. Every time when it's fall, your girl just comes back better and bigger. Okay, like seriously. So I just wanted to let y'all know what was going on. Like, it's so hard for me to post my videos because of my MacBook. It won't let me save any videos on iMovie. It keeps saying I don't have no storage, but y'all, I deleted everything. But like I said, your girl is literally going to upload these videos. Once I upload these videos and y'all see this video, you're like, girl, you know, you was giving us bangers back to back to back. And I'm like, I know, and I'm gonna keep giving y'all bangers back to back to back. I just wanted to talk about something real quick with y'all, which is a pretty face but ugly behaviors. I have learned that whenever I was indwelling in the things that I was indwelling in, yes, I had a pretty face, but I was doing ugly behaviors because I had this talk with somebody and I was telling them, oh, my heart is so ugly, it's so ugly, because I was just crying. I was like, all the things that I done did to people. Like, don't get me wrong, like I was not just a flat out shitty person, okay? I was a nice person. I was a kind person. I did, you know, get ran over and all those things. Like I was bullied once. Well, multiple times. So it's not that, you know, just my whole life I was just this asshole. No, okay? I was the person doing stuff to people, and I also been the person that got the stuff done to them. So I've been in many seasons, okay? I have changed, evolved into different characters within different timelines of my life, okay? So am I all innocent? No. But was I all bad? Hell no, okay? So with that being said, yes, I started crying. I started saying, oh my God, my heart is just ugly. And then I started thinking, no, my heart isn't ugly. My soul isn't ugly. My spirit isn't ugly, because if it was, it wouldn't have evolved into what I am now and what I am going to continue being, which is better than what I was literally a week ago, okay? 24 hours ago. Look, hello, God, who's this? Yeah, it's Akedia. I upgraded. Thank you for the downloads, God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got the messages, thank you, mwah, you know, talk to you tomorrow type stuff, you know. I started picking up the phone and answering God, okay? I started tapping into my divine calling. I started realizing, what is my purpose on this planet? Who's that? Is that, okay, what is my purpose on this planet? Like, what am I supposed to be doing and things like that, right? So anyways, yes, I started realizing that, like I said, it wasn't my soul, it was my the behaviors that I was doing, which to me made me ugly. Okay, when I look back in certain pictures, I'm like, oh my God, you know, even when I was in a toxic relationship, like that's an ugly behavior right there. Okay, I'm self-betraying myself. That's an ugly behavior, you know, and I'm with this person that's treating me ugly, and I'm allowing it, which is making it an ugly behavior. So I'm looking ugly, you know. I can look at certain photos of myself and be like, oh my God, you know, somebody be like, oh my God, you look so pretty, but I'm like, oh no, like I can see in my eyes that the behaviors that I was doing during that time, no, that was not me. There was no glow in my eyes. So what I would just advise to not only women that are looking to befriend other women, just because she has a pretty face does not mean you should befriend her, because are her behaviors pretty? Okay, is she polite? Is she intelligent? Is she kind? Does she treat animals good? Does she treat humans good? Does she treat herself good? Okay, don't just look at the face. And same goes for my men. Just because she's pretty and has a fat ass or whatever you like, you know, petite women too, you know, okay. Okay, but I'm gonna get a dump truck pretty soon, okay? Anyways, pay attention to how she treats you and how she treats, you know, the past men in her life, how she treats people around her. You know, when y'all go out to stores, does she like, you know, meme up people? Does she talk shit about people? You know, just ugly behaviors like that. And if you are doing that, I would advise you to not do that anymore, okay? Make sure your behaviors match that pretty face. Okay, what is the point of having a beautiful, gorgeous face when it's just going to be walking around acting ugly? You're wasting that beautiful face of yours that your ancestors then passed down to you because you want to tap into ugliness. Okay? Let's not do that. Let's stop doing that. All right, guys, you have just finished watching that video. So with that being said, I'm going to move on to the list. You guys are getting 8 because, as you guys may know, 8 is the numerology number for abundance. So with that being said, these things are going to abundantly change your life in ways that you could have never imagined if you allow them to do so. And I'm going to be reading off my iPad for you guys because, oh boy, have I jotted down a lot for you guys in details. Your girl did not come to play. So let's start it off with this. Being untruthful with yourself and others. If you are being untruthful with yourself, you are being untruthful with others as well. And this is an ugly behavior because you will allow the ugly habits and overall ugly behaviors that you have continued to conform in to grow bigger and bigger in your life. And you will also allow other people to continue their ugly behaviors to not only be surrounded around you, but to also conform within your lifestyle. Now, I know you guys have probably heard this quote 1,000 times, if not 1,000,000 times. I personally have heard this 1,000,000 times, okay? But it's true and I love it. One bad fruit spoils the whole bunch. And that is why you have to get rid of that or those apples around your fruitful garden. And as we know in this channel, on this channel, when I refer to your fruitful garden or your fruit of tree, that is literally everything. That is your lifeline. That is your legacy. That is your generational things that trickle down. When I am speaking the fruits of your labor, it goes for any and everything. It goes for your household. It goes for you in general. It goes for your husband, for your kids. That is what I mean. So if you just let that one little moldy apple continue to be around your fruitful garden, what do you think is going to happen to your garden? Let's continue on. Not only will that happen, but now you'll start looking at other people to be untrustworthy. Has that ever happened to you before where you're like, you know what? I just don't trust anybody. I really don't. Have you ever considered it's because you stopped trusting yourself? Because let me tell you this, you stopped trusting yourself because every time you trusted an untrustworthy person, you started to untrust yourself. When actuality, you could have just removed that untrustworthy person and continued trusting yourself to make good decisions in order to attract trustworthy people. But instead, you took the different route, which is, oh, nobody's trustworthy, not even I. You need to do a little work on that. And it's a horrible thing to not trust yourself and other individuals that are deserving of your trust. And here's why. If you can't trust yourself or other people, then you won't be able to trust God. And let me tell you why. It's because God speaks through us, through people, places, things, and objects. Don't believe me? Go speak to God yourself and you'll understand, oh, wait, Akivia, I know exactly what you're talking about. This makes so much sense because God is in everything, is in every existence, every molecule. Literally, have you guys ever looked up the God gene? Look that up and tell me what you think about it. Anyways, so if you are so disconnected and disencouraged from living and speaking and breathing in the life of truthfulness, then you will be disconnected from God, and you won't be able to receive any messages such as the following things that I have been led to speak into you guys. And also, things such as being untruthfulness can be as simple as looking into the mirror and noticing that you need to give up that alcohol addiction, or taking a look at your friend group and realizing that those group of friends will take you down a pathway that is not of righteousness, that is not of reaching your true purpose and calling, and that is not in fulfilling the dreams and desires that has been placed onto you in this lifetime. God will be ringing your line back to back to back, but you won't even pick it up because you're too busy gone off the alcohol. The spirits have latched onto your vessel now. You're nowhere to be found. You can't pick up the phone for God because you're out with your friends doing the absolute, complete opposite of what you should be doing, of what you should be creating right now for your legacy. Now, I'm not a grandma where I'm just sitting here like, oh, never turn up. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, think about what happened when Noah was building his ark. Hey everybody, we've been turning up, but it's time to get serious now. It's time to get our stuff together. I'm so sorry guys if this video is so choppy. I keep getting freaking phone calls. Sorry. But yes, think about what happened in the end times. And this video is literally going to be tied in for the end times. Like, I'm getting you guys prepared. We're preparing together because this shit is no joke. So with that being said, think about what happened when Noah was building his ark. Hey guys, we done turned up, we done turned up for quite some time now, but God has told me X, Y, and Z, so we need to start building. Oh, you're crazy. It's just time to turn up. Oh, he's lame. He's this, he's that. And guess what happened? They drowned. They drowned. Do you want to drown? If not, then keep listening to me. Of course, God, ancestors, whoever you believe in, source. And let's continue on with this conversation. The next one is having no morals. So I'm trying to calm down on my cussing. So with that being said, instead of me saying H-O-E, we just gonna say Jezebel, okay? Being a Jezebel and thinking that it's cute because you want to be the next Instagram baddie, the one that gets full of DMs of guys ready to bone you. Notice that I said bone and not marry, because let me put my young ladies on game. Listen to me. I found myself trickling down a pathway, and thank goodness I did not further that pathway. I have also heard testimonies from other peers about furthering down this pathway of being a overly sexualized, provocative young woman. Side note, of course, embody your sexual energy in a goddess/godlike form, but not in a way where you are placed on a shelf advertising yourself as if you can be picked up, used, and abused, only to just be placed back onto the shelf for the next person to pick you up, pump and dump inside of you like you are a sex doll and not a goddess. So with that being said, I fought these other women in the industry heavily and in these homes for not teaching or role modeling properly for these generations, because believe it or not, I'm so sick and tired of people sitting here, well, little kids listening to Sexy Red, that's different because I'm 23, so it's okay for me to listen to Sexy Red, but for a young kid to be listening to it, that's not okay. Well, let me tell you something, because I'm gonna go deep on this as well in another video about about Generation Alpha, okay, and Generation Z. Anyways, you are delusional if you think that These industry plants aren't in place for the younger kids. They are not in place for us. They are not in place for the older generations. They are for the kids. Because let me tell you this. You may think like, well, they just need to have controls over our phone. They just need to control their young kids' phones and monitor what they're doing on social media. Well, let me tell you something, honey. That happened to me. My mom tried to control our social medias. We weren't allowed to have any, but she tried to control our phones and such things as that. But what happens? You go to school, other kids have phones. Your friend may even give you a phone, like, oh, I don't use this phone anymore. I got a new phone. Here, you can have mine. These industry plants are in place for our kids. They're coming for our kids. So yes, I do blame the music industry. I do. I do blame the TV shows. I do. Because they know what they're doing. We have more destructive, over-sexualized music out in this world, in TV shows and movies, than we have kid-friendly music and TV shows. Little kids are trying to be influencers now. They're not sitting here looking at the cheetah girls and like, oh, I want to be her. I want to look like her. Oh my God, like we're her. Look, I'm Zendaya off of Shake It Up. Oh, I'm Bella from off Shake It Up. No, they're over here trying to actually shake their ass. It ain't no shake it up. It's shake your ass. So listen to me, my young ladies, when I say this. It is one thing to have this ugly behavior, as I so call it, but it's another thing to be degrading yourself because you think that these women that are on social media are portraying the way that you should live and dress and act and think. And I'm telling you now, it is not the way to go. And also, quick note of how I've been a victim to this over-sexualized industry is that there is still an inappropriate sexualized video of me at the age of 13 years old doing a pussycat doll dance routine on one of these social media sites that I will not name, but I have reported the video over and over and over. It is so disgusting because, like I said, you could try as much as you want to be like, oh, well, the parents should do better. The parents should do this, X, Y, and Z. But us parents can only do so much when the world and society is over speaking us, is over talking us, is telling us what to do and how to do it. Like, society needs to change. And even if you guys don't want society to change, it's going to change regardless, because like I keep referring to, the end times. There is a new world approaching us, and you may not be ready for it, but you will be. If you keep listening to me, you will be. And also God. Moving on to the next one. Having no accountability for your actions and other people's actions. How is this an ugly behavior? Because you literally can't even look at yourself and sit down with yourself and say, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have spoken out loudly when I wasn't supposed to. Maybe I shouldn't have made that remark. Maybe I shouldn't have spoken to my spouse or my friend or my child that way. Also, letting the members in your family and or friends continue to be held unaccountable for the abusive or toxic ways that are not only harmful to them, but to those that they may hurt. And this is an ugly behavior because if you can't speak up for the people that are in your circle, you won't be able to speak up for what is right and what is to come for us. The other one, indulging in gossip and drama. Do you talk more shit than the amount of shits that you take on a daily basis? If so, you need help and you should stop it. Because instead of you actually trying to give other people level up advice or things that they can do to better themselves, you rather gossip. You rather talk shit about them instead of actually putting them onto some game where they could get on them on their shit. The next one, Carrying your luggage around and unwilling to unpack it unless it's onto others. Your luggage is your past trauma. So instead of you actually trying to heal it, whether that be journaling or going to counseling, you rather sit around on social media, talk about it, whine about it, or go to your family and friends and talk about it and whine about it for 20 plus years instead of actually finally just healing yourself. And the other one is indulging in bad habits such as not taking care of your hygiene and mental health, obviously, because we talk about that all the time on this channel. Not only will you smell horrible, but you will think and feel horrible, which will result you into feeling ugly, which will then manifest you into actually looking ugly. That has happened to me. So just saying. Stealing. The other one is stealing. Do I even need to elaborate on how that will make you look ugly? Doing drugs, do I need to even elaborate on how that is an ugly habit? And excessively drinking. Now, I didn't say drinking in general because, I mean, come on. Yahshua turned water into wine, so turn up. But responsibly, because spirits can jump into your vessel. Here are the last two, which is talking more than you listen. This will prevent you from getting so many insightful messages that can not only come from people, but God and our ancestors. If you just, like I said, you don't take out the time to actually listen to people, you won't make great connections. It's inevitable, and I think that that is personally a ugly behavior / trait to have, because no one will feel comfortable with you, not your spouse, not your children, not even like the workplace that you work in. It's inevitable, and God's not gonna feel comfortable trying to continue to communicate with you back to back because you're doing so much talking to God and not letting God, talk back to you, to the point where then God is just gonna let you fall flat on your face, and then you're gonna wake up and be like, okay, I'm listening now, God. And the last one is no composure. Just so you know, if you say something ugly, it doesn't matter how pretty you are. You literally could be voted the most prettiest woman to ever live. You are still going to be ugly as hell because you literally are a fool that is just trying to speak when you shouldn't be speaking. There's a Bible verse that talks about that. I'll put it right here, where a fool will just speak to just speak. Like, a wise one knows when to speak, but a fool does not know when to not speak, in my own words. And another example that I want to give out about having no composure is that when I was at the gym working out, this young lady was talking about how she got pounded in Pound Town last night very loudly to where people were looking and frowning at her. That is another example of what I'm talking about when I say that you have no composure over yourself and the things you should be saying and doing and not saying. This also goes for my people that don't know how to control their emotions and outbursts. But yes, I hope these mosquitoes eating the hell up out of me. I'm gonna go back inside, y'all. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I loved making this video for you, and I hope you guys really think over on everything that I said and you apply them to your life. And yeah, have a great day. Mwah. Bye.